I was about in the 6th grade when I first started coming here, and the reason we came here was my grandmother, Peg Parcells, and her husband Bob came here to the island, and they worked with Priscilla Murphy Realty, and they told my parents, hey, you need to get here fast and buy up some property because this is a good place to live. We would come here and visit, and then we decided, well, we better hurry up and get something. So we bought the property off Donax, built our house, and we built a duplex so that we could rent part of it right after the causeway we moved here. I do know that there was probably about 30 of us kids, and we all hung out together and all had a great time. Shelling at low tide, you went water skiing, you went fishing. I learned how to scuba dive when I was here, so I was always doing that. We'd go up to Boca Grande and go scuba diving. Boating was always something to do. Most people, I guess maybe in a city, go for a drive. We always went out in the boat, or you went out to the beach. Swimming, just anything that you would possibly do on vacation, you did it every day. It was your normal activity. And softball, yes, Sanibel decided to have a little softball team with a lot of us kids. And so I played softball. I played left field and third base. And it was great, and all of us island kids got out there and had a great time. People dream of living on an island and wonder what it's like, and I just think that I'm very privileged to have done that and be able to live that life. One of the things my family liked to do was to rent a sailboat. My dad was a sailor, and so he liked to rent a sailboat, and we would go down to the Keys and sail around the Keys. And I've always loved pets and birds, and when we lived on Donax Street, I had 2 red-shouldered hawks that would always come around. They'd always hang around and crying and squeaking all the time. And I thought one time, well, maybe I could train these things. They seem to like me, so I got some chicken gizzards and chicken necks, and I got myself a glove, and I started going out on the back porch and holding my hand out to see if they'd come down. Well, sure enough, that thing came right down immediately. Well, that was well and good, and I had a really good time doing that. But then they had babies, and then the babies wanted to come down, and I had a clothesline out there at the time. Every time I go out to hang clothes, they would just dive bomb me wanting something to eat. Sanibel not only had a baseball league, but we also had a bowling league that we would all go and play at night over the beach bowl. And that was good, you know, a couple organized activities, because we really didn't have that much over here. The theater hadn't been built yet. You know, other than boating, fishing, shelling, you know, and softball, there wasn't that much for the kids to do other than gather. And that's not to say we didn't have some great beach parties. I mean, back then you were allowed to have a bonfire, like a beach fire. And so it was kind of magical when you're a kid to be able to do that every time you wanted to. Most kids would go in a parking lot maybe or to a football game, and, you know, we went to the beach and had beach parties and bonfires, and it was cool.